What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Double A 9 Skills, and we are back to continue what I believe is the best career mode of all time. At least the best young, insane team of all time. We could say it that way. Now, it's pretty awesome that we're continuing this career mode, but at the same time, it's a little bit scary to continue this career mode. The reason it's a little bit scary is because I'm a little bit afraid that you guys might lose interest with this career mode simply because, well, at the end of the day, we have achieved everything that Ajax really could achieve. From winning the competition, the cups in the league, to winning the league, and to winning the Champions League. There's not really much higher heights you can hit than that. That is pretty much everything you can do in a season. And we did it. We did it all. We beasted it. We feasted it. And we did some absolute fantastic things with a very, very, very young team. But so many of you guys are interested to see what is the next step for this team. How much better and how much bigger can this team get? These young kids, what can they develop to? So if you think I'm making the right decision, I'm gonna need you to smash a big old thumbs up on this video right now. If you still think that we should leave, well, there's still time for that as well. There is definitely still time for that as well. But at the end of the day, I am trying to go down this and see how come I can't see my players' contracts. Where do you check that at? Am I going crazy? Or do you not see it here? There used to be a place where you could see the contracts. Am I wilding out? Why do I feel like I'm wilding out, bros? How come I can't figure out my players' contracts? Because that's one of the most important things. I want to make sure I'm not really losing many players going into the off season, because the season is about to come to a complete end. We've just won the Champions League, but now it's time to do the business end of stuff. Oh, there we go. Now it's time to do the business end of stuff. Now, my man Bruno, obviously on his way back to Benfica. He was on loan here, so we'll let him walk out. We're going to get a young player back here, 21-year-old man coming back from Sevilla. He's on loan, so he's going to be on his way back, which is pretty cool. Blind is obviously getting up there in age, but we're going to keep him around most likely. This was a great signing, man. My man Alvarez was unbelievable. What a great young Mexican we brought in. Absolute brilliant. Baker, we gave him a new contract, right? 1 year, wait. Yeah, I think we gave him a new contract. I'm pretty sure we gave him a new contract. So it doesn't really look like there's anybody that we're gonna lose. 3 years, 1 year. One thing I do and I think will happen is De Jong will be on his way out of the club, simply because in real life, well, hello, my man here is looks like his contract might be up. Do we want to bring him back? We probably should bring him back. Let's go ahead and negotiate that contract. So as I said, big thumbs up if you think this is awesome that we're continuing. Make sure to subscribe if you want to watch it, and let me know, because it doesn't really mean that it's all over. It doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that, it doesn't mean that at all. What this means literally is the fact that, right now we're with them. If you want us to switch teams because you don't feel comfortable with us staying, we're not thinking there's going to be a lot for us to do, then we're out. But for now, I feel like staying with them is something a lot of you guys want to see. You want to see how these players develop, and I completely understand. We have negotiated everyone's contract. Huntelaar is going to be pretty much retiring here. We have Dolberg and we have Keane, which is dope. But there is a young guy, not a young guy, but a guy that I definitely am very interested in. Now, remember, De Jong will most likely be, not this De Jong, but this De Jong will most likely be leaving the club just like he did in real life as he's on his way to Barcelona. But in the meantime, and in between time, it's time for us to get to the end of the season. Now, one thing I do want to do as we end this season and go into the next one, first of all, are they gonna, I guess not, they didn't even review us, but as we go into the next season, the first thing I want to do in the 2019-2020 season is check free agency. Did any players slip under the radar? Is there gonna be someone like a Nelson Smithu, or is there gonna be someone like a Pedro, a David Luiz, someone chilling without a contract that we could snatch up and bring to the club for pretty much nothing? That's gonna be our first work of business, is try to see if we can snatch some free agents. Welcome to the next season, baby. Welcome to, I guess, our brand new start, or whatever you want to call it, here at Ajax. With that being said, let me quickly go and check the market, because this free agent thing is something that I really want to keep an eye on. I want to see if anybody slips through the cracks, like I told you. Where's my free agency at? Free agency. Where are you? Did I miss it? Am I crazy? Maybe it's up top. Wait, it's up top. That's my fault. It's not a league. It's not a league. You do it right up here. Bang. Free agents. What's going on in free agency? Is there any big players available? Don't see anybody yet. Youngster right here, 23. Is anyone standing out to us? Did someone not get re-signed and fall through the cracks? I don't know if this happens often in career modes, but it's important, I think, for us to at least check and see what's popping. Now, don't really see anything happening here, and don't really see any players falling through the cracks. With that being said, a lot of offers, I believe, will start to come in for our club. We now have a 75 mil budget, and one guy that I thought would be pretty cool to bring in is actually Raul Jimenez, depending on the money. Now, Raul Jimenez is no longer part of Benfica, but he's actually part of, I'm spelling that wrong. He's now part of Wolves full-time, and I know a lot of people like, oh, there you go, going for another Benfica player. This guy just didn't even play for Benfica, really. He's old, though, so maybe that's not our move. But I thought about grabbing Raul Jimenez because of his success at Wolves, snatching him up and getting him for maybe 13, 14 mil, and just having him as a backup to Keane and Dolberg. I thought that would be a pretty smart move because he actually showed so much potential in the Premier League that I thought that would be a pretty clean move. I don't know if that's smart. You guys can let me know. But let's go ahead and start getting into this transfer window and see what starts popping up. Again, De Jong, it's an interesting one because I don't want to sell De Jong because De Jong's obviously a great young talent in these career modes, but we did lose him in real life. Preseason tournaments, I'm always interested in preseason tournaments as they bring extra money in, so let's go ahead and accept one of those. And as I was saying, De Jong's on his way out, unfortunately, going to Barcelona. So I think maybe, wait, what's this? The budget has increased. We're excited about the board based on the performance of last season. The board, okay, so they upped our budget. I like that. Oh, they're coming in for my man Dolberg. This guy was an absolute stud. I want no part in it. He was great for us. I loved him a lot. I liked him a lot. I don't want him out. And again, even De Jong is somebody I don't really want to let go of. I just feel like it might be the right play right now because of what happened in real life. So with that being said, again, a lot of now we have a whole nother, lot of players came back from off of loan. So it's going to be very interesting to see what our team looks like. And this team, you got to remember, won the Champions League. So it's not something that we really got to go too crazy about. We got a young keeper here that we can have, not a young, but 27. He could play behind our keeper, no problem. Our right back, I believe, went up a little bit. I think De Ligt, look at that, 86 overall, now beautiful. We got the Argentinian center back who really didn't play too much, so might be on his way out the door, as Alvarez was our starter, and we barely played this young guy. So I think the Argentinian is going to be on the way out the door. With De Ligt here, he's still on loan, which is interesting. But Blind is here, Alvarez is here. We have another center back right there. It's a lot of center backs. Tagliafico was amazing all season long. Baker had so many offers all year long. This young guy here, I'm going to go ahead and say, hey, man, you know what? You can go on loan. DeWitt, we never played with him last season. He was on loan. We're going to send him back on loan. Another young guy we're going to send on loan as well. Itting was a big part of the team, not going to lie to you. This De Jong was also on loan, but now I'm going to go ahead and sell him. This De Jong here is such an interesting one, man, because I don't want to let him go, but unfortunately, Frankie De Jong will be added to the transfer list, but only let him go if the money is right. Ruben will be staying, another youngster here that we brought him in from the academy. I'm going to let him go get some playing time. Kubo, I was working with heavy. The man from Japan, I definitely was trying to grow him as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? I wanted him to be our next guy, kind of like I wanted him to be our Shinji Kagawa. You know what I mean? I wanted him to be that to the club. Remember with Dortmund when Shinji Kagawa was, a player that was just so important to them and then left over to United and then came, you know what I mean? That's what I want Kubo to be. I want him to be our guy that just really, really stood out and was an absolute beast. I don't know if it'll happen, but maybe we can. Van de Beek, the beast, ain't going nowhere. Labiad was decent. We could probably sell him if we wanted to. Woodburn was incredible. Tadic was great. Ziyech was amazing. Chong, we didn't really do much with him, I'll be honest with you. David was amazing, let's be honest. Another guy here that was on loan, I believe, and his contract expires soon. Dolberg is starting. Danilo, striker, Brazilian. Gonna go ahead and put him on loan. Keane was great for us. Another striker that's out on loan now. We could bring back if we wanted to. Another striker as well. Johnson did not play for us last season. I don't even believe he was here. Gonna go ahead and put him back on loan. This striker here never played for us neither. Never really gave him. He's unhappy. Let's go ahead and put him on loan as well. And Lang as well. Well, he looks like he's gonna stay. So, or he's already up on loan. So there you have it, man. Kind of cleaning up and kind of understanding where we want to be and how we want to be going into this next season. Probably want to pick up another cam. Definitely want to pick up another center back. Most likely, definitely got to replace De Jong. And now to replace De Jong, let's just be honest with you, it's not going to be easy. De Jong is a very, very important player to this team. A very strong player, probably the best player on the team. So to replace him is going to be extremely difficult. But with the money we get from him, I want to replace him with a very, very good young player that can slot right in. So De Jong played all season long beside our boy Ruben, who just scored, Ruben Neves. So I want to get someone that can play in the 4-2-3-1 beside Ruben Neves, still probably under 22 years young. Kind of want to keep the Ajax formula going. Pretty young players. Woodburn's going to get a lot of playing time this season. And I feel pretty good. Like I said, there's not really much more to say or do with this team except for, here's a CM as well. This is interesting, isn't it? Let me go ahead and reject that, not looking to sell. But again, very, very interesting times right now. As the team develops and gets bigger, we're going to continue to develop the kids, as I said. And I also want to look at what teams are interested in me. But as you can see right here, club titles won. Domestic Cup, the champion, or the Domestic Cup we actually didn't win. The Champions League we did win. Our biggest win was 7-1 against Barcelona. Our biggest defeat was 3-0. 7-1 against Bayern. Our biggest defeat was 3-0 to Bayern. Record transfer 35 million. I want to say that was for probably Ruben. Maybe Ruben. I'm not even sure who that was for. Total earnings 1.5 million. Haven't really made that much money. We won 42 games, draw 1, and lost 1 here at the club. So we've done some pretty awesome stuff here at Ajax since we've been here. Let's see what teams are interested in us. None at the moment. So that's interesting. As of right now, we are completely staying put. 75 million, and I honestly don't know what to do. So now it's up to you guys in the comments down below to start letting me know where we go with this team. So Van de Beek is obviously going to be our middle cam. Tadic, it's gonna be one of those. It's gonna be an interesting one because the way Woodburn played, it might be Woodburn, Van de Beek, and Ziyech and Keane. But then we also have David, and you know David is just an absolute stud. So my boy David's got to be in this starting 11. Van de Beek has to be in this starting 11, which leaves Woodburn as a super sub, unfortunately. Keane is not going to be the starter, as my man Dolberg would be the starter. Blend in Ruben right now because De Jong could be on the way out the door. Now, kind of sucks we got to lose De Jong. Like I said, look at that overall, an 86 overall for such a young talent. But at the same time, just the way the cookie crumbles, and he might be on the way out the door. Alvarez will be our center back beside De Ligt. And I feel pretty good. You know, one thing I might want to do is maybe snatch up a right back, but 21 years young. I feel good about this entire team. It's all about developing them up. Now, I think we need a new CDM for De Jong. Maybe another cam, because simply, we don't need another cam, but we could use another one. Another striker, because we only have 2 right now on the roster. 3 would be pretty dope. So they could fight for it. And maybe a backup goalkeeper. But there's not really much more we can do to this team, man. I feel like we've built such a great team and put them in such a good place. I mean, we won the Champions League with this team. It's kind of hard to make adjustments. And that's always the difficult thing going into season 2, isn't it? That, you know, we've done such great things in season 1. How do we go about season 2 without messing up the formula? We are the formula and kind of the structure we put together. It's all up to you guys. Whatever you guys want to see, I'm down. We can continue the young youth one. We could bring some superstars in. For me, it's whatever you guys would like to see. I'm just really glad to be back posting career mode, and hopefully you guys are just as glad as I am. But we are staying here. We have to sell our best player, unfortunately, because I think that's what a lot of you guys are going to want to do. Keane off the bench comes in for Dolberg, hits the back of the net, and looks like in Champions League, in preseason football, the Champions League champions are going to continue to dominate. Guys, it's been your boy AA9 Skills. I will be back tomorrow for another video. I need to know what you guys want me to do, because who knows, maybe we even leave to a new team. Maybe that's something you guys want to do as well. I just want to do whatever is going to keep you guys most interested and most happy. It's been your boy Skills. I love your faces. Thank you so much for watching. Big thumbs up, subscribe, and I will catch you soon. Booyah.